Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Venus, Mina, Sailor Hellworld here, and me, Artemis. And today we're going to give our thoughts on the other Sailor Moon saga that we saw on Cartoon Network or drawing show FOLKWORK, Adult Swim or Grown Up Swim. It's also called Sailor V Makes a Scene, that was deep names for it. Or the Viz name, Sailor V, The Last Sailor Fighter. So, it starts out that Zoisite is showing Queen Beryl all the losses. Jadeite losing and dying, Nephrite losing all the time and dying, Zoisite losing, and Queen Beryl gets irked and angered and says, "Why are you showing me all these losing?" And Zoisite says, "Because every time Sailor Moon was in a bind, Tuxedo Max helped her." And they don't know and Zoisite doesn't know who Tuxedo Max is, but he knows he shows up when Sailor Moon needs him. Queen Beryl's asks Zoisite if she can get all the rainbow hearses from Tuxedo Max if he shows up. She said she has a goal to do it, but doesn't know if she got a goal to do it or not. So then Millikite shows up, and he says they got a goal. And Queen Beryl says that Millikite's the one who oversees it. And if they don't win, they're both done. Next day, we have PMC Boundary being robbed by Zoisite as Sailor Moon. And then Luna's watching this when she wakes up from a cat nap and sees this. Serena and Lita happen to be out, and they happen to be walking down the sidewalk near the book house where Darien happens to be, where some window washers are before their riser gets their wires cut. And everyone is frightened for them. And right before one of the workers falls, Zoisite as Sailor Moon shows up and helps her again. And she goes, "You're all well when I'm around, when Sailor Moon's around." Then Serena starts freaking out about how she's Sailor Moon and no one else is Sailor Moon. And Lita says, yeah, and if she is a liar, she's going to yield for it. Me and Artemis were there, but no one saw it. They only zoomed up on us. Viz did. Deke kind of cut that away. After that, they're all going to see where the fake Sailor Moon is at. And Ray asks if the other Sailor Moon could be a sailor fighter or not. Luna doesn't really seem to have the answer. And they all start saying, well, this Sailor Moon happens to do what the true Sailor Moon can't do, is kick rear. And then Sailor Moon said, well, if she's fake or not, I'm Sailor Moon, and it's going to be that way. And Lita goes, yeah, she's going to yield for it. Then Millikite takes the fake Sailor Moon as Zoisite, and Tuxedo Max shows up not knowing about this. Darien and Shade doesn't know about it. So Serena, Amy, Ray, Lita, and Mina all shapeshift to help the woman who, even if she's going as Sailor Moon, they still need to help her. They get put into a bind. And then Zoisite, as Sailor Moon, stabs Tuxedo Max when he helps her, not knowing she's not Sailor Moon. And they get into it, and Queen Beryl now knows that Tuxedo Max is now King Elderling and Darien. Elderling and Endymion. And they're getting a fighting. I show up and help. And then Zoisite's all pissed off. Well, then, don't forget, right before the rest of the Sailor fighters are about to die, Sailor Venus shows up and frees them by breaking Millikite's spell with his hands. And then Queen Beryl, then I meet Luna, and Sailor Venus meets the others. Queen Beryl then calls Zoisite and Millikite back because she's got a new goal. And they bitch and rant about it, but they leave. And then at the end, everyone says, welcome to the team, Sailor Venus. And then Sailor Moon asks Sailor Venus, or Sailor Hellworld, if she's the Moon Elderling. And guess what? They did ask that in Deke. So it wasn't something that Deke put in there that Toei didn't write and that Viz didn't put in there. So the only unlikeness between this and the Deke one, not really much. The only thing they may have shifted was what Mina said, what Artemis said, what Luna said, what Amy or Ray or Lita or Serena said, what Mina did say, what Darien said, what Zoisite, Millikite, and Queen Beryl said. But that was really it. They didn't really shift anything, except they did cut away a close-up to Mina and myself. That's the only big unlikeness what Deke did. So, alright, we'll see you all later. I, Sailor Venus, Mina, Sailor Hellworld, and I, Artemis, and we'll see you later.